All right, so welcome everybody. This is Greg here from EyeNetra. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about EyeNetra's cloud-based EMR, which we call InSight. For those of you who are familiar with EyeNetra, you'll know a little bit about our refractive system, but for those of you who don't know, EyeNetra makes a suite of smartphone-powered refractive tools designed for the eye care industry to enable eye care professionals to take their practice outside of the brick and mortar to go into any kind of a mobile setting. So we produce the hardware and the software to enable ECPs to take their practice and deliver the care wherever it's needed to be. So today we're going to focus mostly on the back-end software component, which again we call InSight. It's our cloud-based EMR software. So using InSight is actually very easy to use. It's designed to be pretty intuitive. So today what we're going to do is we're going to walk through what it takes to set up an InSight account, show you how to input all of your necessary licensing credentials, customize the account so it works for you, set up your scheduling, and show you how to intake information from a patient, associate some readings, and then send a digital prescription. So let's get started here. First thing you'll do is, if you'd like to sign up for an InSight account, anybody can do so right now. You just simply log on to insight.eyenetra.com, and there you can start clicking around and playing around for yourself. Today we're going to hit a lot of these points, but this will be pretty much a broad overview. We'll try to touch on almost everything, but if you have any questions, you can always check us out. Visit eyenetra.com for more information, or send us an email at info@eyenetra.com. So let's begin. First thing we'll do is we'll log into InSight here. And so this is kind of our InSight landing page. So InSight has a number of functionalities. Again, as I mentioned, it's a natural extension of the EyeNetra refractive tools. Because the EyeNetra refraction kit is smartphone powered, it is inherently connected. So this allows us to transfer data in real time directly to wherever you're operating. So if you're setting up a mobile clinic, first of all, we should say that it's important that everyone checks their local regulation just to make sure that doing a mobile clinic is legal wherever you're operating. Regulations vary state by state, country to country, so wherever you are operating, please do check your local regulation to make sure that going mobile is within legal regulations. So InSight does allow us to do a number of things. It allows us to intake patient information, send digital prescriptions, handle scheduling, billing, all that sort of stuff. So first thing we can do is customize all these fields for us to get InSight working. So the first thing we'll do is come down to the account here. And now I'll just set this up with some information here. So since it is around Christmas time, let's say, and the clause will be our OD. Here I'll input my email. And let's see, my licensing credentials here. I'll just use that as our license. I'll click Save here. And now each person on the account has a public page with a custom URL that you can send to your patients so they can schedule appointments. And I'll show you that in just a second. So I have a nice photo that I just uploaded here of Mr. Claus here. And it'll show you here, if I click on the page URL, it'll take me to Santa Claus, and here is where I am located. And if you want an appointment, I can book an appointment right here, but I'll show you how to do this in just a second. So if we go over to the left-hand side, this is where we can customize our organization's settings. So let's say the name of your organization is Vision Care. Let's upload the photo for your clinic or the logo of your business. Click Upload here. I have a nice one right here. That looks pretty nice. iClinic, nice generic logo. Very good there. Oh, I gotta click Edit first. There we go. Edit that. And there we go. Perfect. And now if I click Save here, all that information will save. And this information can be found right here in our organization's public page. We go right here. Boom, there's our nice little logo. So now maybe we want to change this slogan here So all of this information can be edited. So let's just say, why don't we say this is vision care delivered enthusiasm. You know, I have the address of my practice or my business. Now, all of this I should clarify is we're setting up the organization. So let's say our practice's public page. This is the location of our practice and the credentials of our practice. This is not necessarily, our practice can schedule a mobile event, which we'll show you in just a second how to schedule a specific event for going mobile. So we have all this here, we saved all that. And then if we go back to our page here and refresh this, you now see vision care delivered. So all this is to say is highly customizable and pretty intuitive to do so. If we want to set our calendar so we know when patients can book appointments, essentially you can send this link here to your patient base, either through social media, through your email blasts, whatever you want to do, and that way they can reach you and know when you're available. So let's set up our calendar here. Again, I'll just go up here, click edit. Let's say we want to do 20-minute appointments. We're off on the weekends, so we'll disable the weekends, and we'll start at 9 a.m. and we'll finish around 6 p.m. That looks great. And I'll click save here. So now when I visit the organization's public page, bingo, here we are. Here's our team, Dr. Santa Claus. That was this guy from the account earlier, right? And so now when we visit the organization's public page, we see Dr. Santa Claus here. And if we want to select Dr. Santa Claus to make an appointment, I'll just simply click on him. Here's where you can find him. And if I want an appointment, boom, right here. And look, now we have our calendar set up from 9 to 6, just like we did. And if you want to make an appointment, simply select one that's available right here. And then we'll walk through the intake information. And that's where we go into next. So these are the basic intake fields for your patients. So let's say we have check cost, choose email, okay, let's say it was born January 1st. 2000, how about that? It's easy to remember. Let's see, let's say he's the snow miser. Yes, he drives, and he's got Frosty insurance. And that's his member ID, right? Great. So now let's take a look at the medical information we want to get from Jack. So if Jack Frost was out there as part of your network, he received this link, he needs an appointment, he clicked on the link, he found a time that was suitable for him, and now he's going to fill out all of this information. This information can also be taken at the point of care, and we'll show you that too in a moment. So let's see, his last eye exams are doing once in a year. He wears distance glasses, having some distance vision trouble. Any of these eye symptoms? Maybe he's got some vision halos and some itchy eyes. None of these. Maybe he's got some cataract setting in there too. And this is a nice blank field for any other information that you want to enter. Next, and now here we would take credit card information from Mr. Frost, so we can have a nice little booking deposit. That can be turned on or off depending. You don't necessarily have to have the payment option set up for you, but that can be turned on and off. And then we'll click next, and we'll review all this information. So now I went through this just a moment ago, and I have that patient right here, Jack Frost. Here he is. So when he arrives, all we have to do is just check him in. And bingo, here is all the information that he's entered. So I set this up just a few moments before. His personal information, his insurance information, his medical information, all displayed right here. Nice, clean, easy. Medical notes. And now here we have the fields for comprehensive eye exam and refraction. We'll get into this in just a second. So let's say you wanted to, this is all again under the umbrella of just setting up the basics for the account. And I'm skipping around a little bit here, but I hope it's somewhat clear. So again, if we're back home at the home page here, again, we've customized all this. We entered Santa as our name under the account, and we set up the organization here. So we created our own logo, we set up our calendar so we know when our appointments are available, and we set up our organization page as well. We can have multiple team members on the same account. The InSight account, I should mention, goes for, you can sign up right here on the website. The cost is $9.90 per month and 50 cents for every digital prescription that you send. So it's relatively affordably priced, and you have a lot of capability and versatility with the platform because of that. So once we've set up the basics for the account, which took us about 5-10 minutes, now you're ready to start setting up events and starting to prescribe. So let's show you how to set up an event. Let's say my organization wants to go mobile and do a holiday themed health clinic, for example. So we have this new feature called InSight Events. We'll go over here, select events, so I can create a new vision testing event. So let's call this one, we did a lot of Santa. So how about North Pole Health? There. Okay, so I'll select the optometrist I want on site, or the technician I want on site. Again, we'll do 20-minute appointments. We'll start at 9. You know what? Let's start at 10. That's more reasonable. It's cold up there in the North Pole, and we'll end at around 6 p.m. And this is the date that we wanted. So what date is this event going to be happening? Let's say it will be happening January 2nd of 2018. We'll click create. Bingo, the North Pole Health Fair right there. Now, booking page. If I want to get patients to this place, we will send them a link. So let's show you how to get there. So if I click on here, North Pole Health Fair, now we can set up, just like we customized before, all the account and organization settings. We just customize the public page for this particular event, so your patients can go and sign up there. So this would be the booking page we were just at. So let's say the logo, we want a different logo here. So let's edit this. So we can look to edit that public page, just simply click the edit button. So let's change this to about this one. That's a nice one. There he is, looking good. Okay, everything looks great. And we'll click save. And we'll go back to that public page here, the booking page, and there he is. There's our guy and our logo, right? So just like before, this is the URL that you can send to your patients so that they know when the event will be and they can choose an appointment themselves. So they can select an appointment, select next, and then go through all the intake fields just like we did prior. Right, medical payment. As soon as the appointment has been scheduled, the patient will receive a confirmation email, and they will receive a reminder email 24 hours before the event. All right, so we just created an event. Now, let's say we have, let's show you how to send a prescription through the platform to a patient. So either a patient has seen your online posting and has filled out that information prior, or you have a walk-in, which you could handle just right here by going to book patient and then stepping through the calendar and all the intake fields just like we did before. But since we already filled out the intake information, let's just jump right over here to Jack Frost and prescribe Jack Frost. So Jack Frost arrives for his appointment. He has already filled out all this information online. And now he's finally in the chair and we're getting to verify some information. Okay, everything looks good here. I see, okay, you have vision insurance, very good. So Jack has distance glasses. He's having a little trouble with his distance vision. He has some dryness in the eyes. These are different boxes than I checked earlier because I made 2 separate profiles here. But okay, so here we are. Any notes that you want to put in for Jack? hold. Okay, let's save those. So now here's fields for the comprehensive eye exam. So I can click here and edit these. I can make any notes about the eye pressure, visual fields, phoreas, etc. If I have photos from my slit lamp or scope, I can upload those right here. Simply click on the image here. And let's say here's a nice normal looking retina. Upload that guy. There he is. And I can make a note about it here. Save, so I have all that on file. So all these, the information from your slit lamp or your scope is anything that can be uploaded or integrated with your, what is that, laptop, computer, tablet, whatever you're using. So all that information would go from the camera to your computer, and then you can upload any photo from your hard drive. That's how we upload these photos here. And make any notes necessary. Visual acuities, we can, so you know, do 20, etc. Both the distance and the near, so we'll save those, monocular, binocular. And here's where we can associate readings from the EyeNetra devices. So for example, as some of you may know, the EyeNetra devices are smartphone powered, as I mentioned, so all the information can transfer in Wi-Fi in real time. I took a lensometry reading a little earlier for Jack. Let's say this is his lensometry. You can label those on the phone interface in the EyeNetra devices, whatever you like. So I labeled this one 1, 2, 3. Here's one I labeled Greg B. These are all the lensometry readings. So let's say I have one right here for him. I like this guy, and then I'll just manually associate this reading with Jack. And there he is. We can do the same thing with our autorefractor as well. Our autorefractor readings will also show up right here, and you can simply just associate one the same way. Once I have all that information there, here are my prescription fields. So let's just save a little time. We'll fill it with this netrometer reading. Okay. And maybe we'll make a small adjustment. Maybe it needs just a little more power in these guys here. Okay. I'm going to use, I'm going to say you need this for the distance. Valid for 1 year. All right. Stay cool, Jack. That's a note to the patient there. And then see him again in 1 year. Okay, a little internal note for myself. And then once we're all set, we'll click prescribe and send email. And now we have just sent a email directly to the patient. And the patient will receive an email with a link. And let's see here. It'll look something like this. His birth date was, what did we say? January. So patients will have to verify their birth date in order to access their results. And bingo. Here we are, our digital prescription. Again, here's the message from our optometrist. Santa Claus OD. His licensing credentials and the prescription that he can take and get glasses or contacts wherever he likes. So that, in a nutshell, was just going from basic setup to final prescription of our cloud-based EMR system called InSight. I'm sure some of you have lots of questions, but we're happy to answer those again as you like. You can always send us an email at info@eyenetra.com or check us out at eyenetra.com. There's plenty of information there about the system as well. So again, just as a review, InSight is a cloud-based EMR system that integrates with the EyeNetra devices that allows you a lot of capability. Well, it's designed to be a nice mobile clinic manager, a very streamlined EMR that enables you to set up a mobile clinic event anywhere that you're operating, or be used as a online data processing system for your brick and mortar practice. It allows you a lot of versatility to go whichever way that you're intending to go. Oh, the last thing we want to do is probably check out Jack, right? So we can charge him for his services here. We had a comprehensive eye exam, right? So you can charge whatever amount that you want here, $25, what have you, and then simply click checkout, and then it will build the credit card that Jack gave us at the top when he input his information. And all of those payments go directly into the account that you set up with InSight here. And that is, right, it can be set up under billing, and you can accept online payments either into your own bank, into whatever account that you'd like to set up there. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This has been just a brief overview of our cloud-based EMR system called InSight. If you do have questions, please do reach out to us. Check us out on Facebook, and check us out at EyeNetra.com. There's plenty of information, videos. You can schedule a demo with us at EyeNetra.com or send us a message on Facebook. And if you like what you see here, let people know about it. We're always trying to grow and find more contacts and get more people on board with bringing vision care into the 21st century. So that's part of our mission here at EyeNetra. Thank you everyone for watching today. Please, if you have any comments or questions, you can check us out on Facebook and again at our website, EyeNetra.com. Thanks everyone.